What's going on, everybody? Out here in the shop tonight. It's been a long time since I put up a video, but just quick an update on everything going on. Just been dealing with work and family and home things. Haven't had a lot of time to be messing with this stuff. S10 is going to be back on the road. It has been down for some time. Here's the engine for it. Just got it fresh bored. These are just all the old bearings out of it. They had about 150, maybe 200 street miles on it, and 12 or 14 passes. And we were heading out to the test spot to do some testing. And at the dark road, middle of the night, driving out there, we hit a pothole. And it tried to separate the control arm. See how that's tight over there? And it pushed that side out. See, that one's tight and tight. Well, we hit a pothole so hard. When it did that, it brought it up into the header, dented and broke the exhaust header, which that is only like an inch from the top of the control arm, but it is like 3 inches up. So that arm literally has to move up because that header rides right here. But it's up like this high. So that control arm had to move from like level to all the way up here to hit that header, and that's where it came into contact with it, and that's how hard it hit. I thought it had broke the wheel, but is what had happened is these two little lines right here are for the wastegate. And one comes from right here, goes to the manifold, to the lower part of the wastegate. This is a non-CO2 setup, so it's just off of spring pressure. Well, is what happened, if I could see the turbo. No, I can't. Oh, you kind of see it down here. One of these fittings had broken off. And we were unaware of that, so we continued to the test spot and did some pulls. Anyways, it just, since it had all the pressure to the top of the gate and no pressure to the bottom of the gate, it basically just pinned the gate shut, and it made 29.8 pounds of boost. 2 pulls in a row for about, I don't know, 3.5 seconds apiece. Felt real good. The engine didn't like it. Here's what happened to the engine. And this happened for several reasons. See, it barely melted the top of that piston. And then it broke the skirt. And it's why it broke the skirt and melted the piston on only this hole, because this was cylinder number 8. Cylinder number 8. And as what happened was, this cylinder was 10 thousandths bigger than all the rest of the cylinders. So it probably picked on this cylinder because it had a lot of room to get oil around there, thus causing detonation issue. So that's probably why it picked on that cylinder. Obviously it wasn't lean or nothing. The piston still has black on it, so it was still running good. The air fuels were good. It was a 11.8 air fuel ratio at 29 pounds of boost. And that's 29 pounds of boost on just a basic blow through. That's a QTF Q-ban, or QFT, sorry, quick fuel Q-ban carburetor, and it had good air fuels. So yeah, picked on this piston. All the rest were good. We didn't reuse any of them though. They're just old 1971 TRW pistons out of a Chevelle or Camaro or what have you. But there's all the bearings. Gonna put it back together. All the bearings look good. I just wiped them down. That one had a little piece of trash run through it. And I think that one, yeah, there's a little line through there. Other than that, all the bearings were good. All the rod bearings are over here still marked. I still gotta scrub all those down. They're all nice though. They're nothing wrong with them. Here's the new, had the block punch 30 over. Still got the old GM 502, some dimple rods in it. Supposedly these are the best factory rod in the world. I guess, something like that, I don't know. The old big block guys know all about that crap, but Just got some new Skip White specials. Some whatever they are, 2618s. They got a nice tall upper lip on them, so shouldn't have any problems burning up, which none of the rest of them did until 30 pounds. So, and the rods lived through that 30 pounds of boost too, so that was good. They're still all straight, and I had them turned into floating rods so they could put all the pistons together and stuff here at the house. So hopefully this one will be back out here soon. Gonna get this engine back together. Crank fort's up there, covered up. All the rest of the junk's in the basement. Get it back together. As far as this truck, had it out the other day. Went and picked on some cars with it. Got new fender exit 5-inch exhaust. It's actually quieter than when it had full exhaust coming out the bed back there. It used to have full 4-inch exhaust with a muffler coming out the bed right there. But got rid of all that, put a 5-inch fender dump on it. I changed the camshaft in here, had it ground some duration out of it. It just didn't have any low end, and I only revved this truck to like 7,000 RPMs. So I had some duration taken out of the cam. I changed the intake back to a basic 4150 intake. I had a Dominator intake with an adapter on it. Got rid of that. Went back to the 4150 intake. Hopefully that helps it. It seems to be like making power pretty good. On gate, I haven't turned the CO2 on because it's been like I don't know, in the 30s outside most of the time here lately. So hopefully we can get back on that truck, get it back going. I got some stuff coming from Viking for it, so that stuff should be here hopefully in the next 3 weeks. We can get back rolling on that. Gonna get this truck put back together and get it making some passes. Trying to locate a big block camshaft for this before I finish the engine. I'd like to change the cam that was in it. It has a little bit too much duration because we're only revving this one to like 6,000 RPMs, and the cam has like 280 degrees of duration at 50. So I think we're going to try to find a camshaft for that. I'd like to find something on 112 degree lobe separation or 114 degrees. Something with like 240, 250-ish duration range. Maybe a 230, 242 cam, something like that, or 230, 240. Something that gives it a lot of low end. Not too worried about the top end. That neat little thing called boost will make up for that without having any issues. So this truck will be back together. This truck's back together and ready to go do some things almost. So that's it. There's a quick little update. It's been a while. I know my 2.5 loyal fans out there are just dying for a video. And like, subscribe, share. We'll catch you on the next one.